Walk into a British showroom in 2026 and a well-equipped family SUV can pass £45,000 before you add a single option. The used market tells a very different story. Hidden below the fashionable badges are the SsangYong Rexton, Suzuki Grand Vitara, Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, and Lexus RX, 5 older SUVs with useful cabins, proven drivetrains and prices that leave room for proper maintenance. None is indestructible, and buying the wrong example can still hurt. But buy on condition and history, not image, and these overlook machines can make far more sense than another expensive monthly payment. Number 5 is the Tao car almost everyone forgets. At number 5, the 2018 to 2020 SsangYong Rexton, the badge later became KGM. This is not a hatchback wearing rugged plastic. It uses a ladder frame chassis, selectable 4-wheel drive with low range, and correctly specified versions can tow up to 3.5 tons. That makes it a serious tool for caravans, horseboxes and rural work. Asking prices vary widely, but usable examples commonly sit from roughly £9,000 to £19,000, depending on mileage and trim. You also get a huge cabin and, on many cars, 7 seats. The trade-off is clear: it is large, thirsty, and the dealer network is smaller than Toyota or Honda's. Check every 4-wheel drive mode, inspect the underside, test the automatic gearbox from cold, and verify the towing history. The Rexton is not the cheapest car here, but capability per pound is its entire argument. Number 4 is the 3rd generation Suzuki Grand Vitara, sold in Britain from 2005 to 2014. Here is the detail quick videos miss. Not every version has the same hardware. The 5-door 2.0 and 2.4-litre cars are the ones to investigate if you want the proper 4-mode system with a lockable center differential and low range. Do not confuse that with locking front and rear differentials. Prices stretch from about £1,500 for a rough, high-mileage car to around £8,000 for a late, clean example. Petrol models avoid an aging diesel DPF, but fuel economy is not the Suzuki's party trick. Rust is the real buying test. Check the rear arches, sills, suspension mounts, brake pipes and underside before discussing money. Then operate every transfer setting and listen for transmission noise. It feels old-fashioned because it is a compact SUV with useful off-road hardware and no interest in impressing the neighbors. For muddy lanes, winter access and a tiny budget, that honesty is valuable. At number 3, the Honda CR-V, specifically the 3rd and 4th generations, covering 2007 to 2016. This is the sensible family choice: a square, useful cabin, a large boot and road manners that feel more like a car than an old-school off-roader. The real-time 4-wheel drive system sends drive rearwards when the front tires begin to slip. It helps on wet grass and winter roads, but it is not a low-range system. Asking prices run from roughly £1,500 for early cars to around £13,000 for a clean late example. The simple 2.0-litre petrol is attractive for lower annual mileage, while diesels need the correct use pattern, service history and emissions equipment checks. Do not repeat a universal cam belt rule. Engines differ, so verify the exact engine and schedule. Check rear suspension alignment, air conditioning, clutch or automatic operation, corrosion underneath and regular fluid changes. It will not tow like the Rexton or crawl like the Suzuki. Its strength is simpler: space, comfort and everyday dependability without the premium badge tax. Number 2 is the 4th generation Toyota RAV4, built from 2013 to 2018, including the hybrid introduced later in that generation. Narrowing the years matters. A 2005 RAV4, a 2020 model and a Land Cruiser are not interchangeable bro. Listings for this generation span roughly £3,500 to £16,000, with clean petrol and hybrid cars usually commanding more. The cabin is straightforward, the boot is useful, and the hybrid can suit stop-start driving particularly well. The Toyota badge is not permission to skip an inspection. Check mod history for recurring advisories, look underneath for corrosion or damage, confirm recall work is complete, and ask for a battery health report on a hybrid. Diesel buyers must consider DPF use and the emission standard, especially around London. A good RAV4 is appealing because it does ordinary jobs with very little theatre. It is not a low-range off-roader. It is the one many owners can simply use, service and keep, which is exactly why good examples still hold their value. And number 1 is the older Lexus RX, the RX 400h, and early RX 400s. 5.5 be your summer sweet spot for this argument. They combine a quiet cabin, a soft ride, and Toyota's full hybrid experience at prices that can approach ordinary used hatchback money. Bolder examples range from roughly £2,500 to £12,000, although condition matters far more than the cheapest advert. The RX 400h pairs a 3.3-litre V6 with front and rear electric motors, the later RX 400h motors. The later RX 400h notes the RX 400h T6 hybrid system. Many petrol hybrid examples may meet London's emission standard, but never claim universal ULE's compliance. Check the registration with Transport for London. Demand proper service history and hybrid health evidence. Inspect the battery cooling intake, listen for wheel bearing noise, check every electric feature, and remember that the RX 400h has a timing belt schedule, while the RX 400h uses chain drive. Tires, brakes and suspension on a heavy luxury SUV are not super mini cheap. Buy a neglected one and the badge will not save you. Buy a maintained one and it is an unusually comfortable way to spend sensible used SUV money. There is no magic model that makes condition irrelevant. The smart buy is the right generation, the right engine and the best history you can verify. Rexton for towing, Grand Vitara for old school hardware, CR-V for family space, RAV4 for low drama ownership, and Lexus RX for comfort. Which one fits your life? Tell me below, and subscribe for the next honest used car shortlist.